Gonna get out today and do a bit of clearing of these Black Wattle stumps. I'll cut them right down to the base, right down to the ground. I've probably just got just enough glyphosate left to poison them off and clear all this out. Clear a bit of this out. Might even clear that bougainvillea back a bit. Yeah, it's not too hot at the moment, but it's building up. Plenty of cloud around. Yeah, we'll get into it. See, that's like a little tiny scorpion, probably about 10 mil long. We have had scorpions here when we first moved here, actually up in the backyard there, but yeah. Oh, that'll do for today. Starting to warm up, getting too humid. Bloody ring bark myself with that bloody bougainvillea, because they're all got those little spikes on them. Yeah. The only problem with that little chainsaw, just you get to some hardwood, like the core off the wood, and it just struggles to get through it. It just doesn't like hard shit. It's just too small, not enough torque to get through it. Yeah, it looks a bit tidier. We'll do that stuff another day. Probably when I come through with the mower and mulch all this shit up, I'll get into it with the saw again. And the same, get in and cut all these stumps down, and hopefully it'll rain soon so I can burn that shit off and start building another pile, because I use all the charcoal and the ash on the garden, so it comes in handy whenever I'm able to burn off. Yeah. A bit tidier. I'll just probably do a bit of a clean up anyway, just picking up some of these branches and shit and pile them up. for the next burn off. Maybe do a bit of work here, might try and lever that down here. Probably the same as that one, get it back a bit further. Just trying to create a bit of a, I don't know, stone swale, retaining wall. Just so the hill doesn't keep washing down. Now, I was going to tackle this one today, but I've had enough. Chain needs sharpening anyway. Must hit a couple of rocks. Notice she died in the arse pretty hard there at the end. There. See it in there. This is the ugly side of trying to make a homestead somewhere to call your own little piece of paradise. Is all the hard work to get to the point where you want it. So like I want to get rid of all these big gums through here, maybe put like not a tiny home, but something livable, you know, so somebody can stay here long term, but they've got their own little area. But I'm going to cut in below grade and put a retaining wall in one day down the track. I'll probably move that black boy, the Xanthorrhoea, give it a trim and start cutting it out, put around the other side of the garden, which I'll show later. Yeah. So these are the free chemicals I basically use around the place. Amine 625, a wetting agent, and the 360 glypho. Usually a good splash of this, 20-30 to kill trees, and throw in a bit of that just to make it stick, and then I just throw a bit of that in as well, it doesn't hurt. This stuff isn't actually too badly priced, $125 for 5 litres, and you go to Bunnings and I think it was about 110 or something for 3 litres of brand name stuff. So yeah, if you can get hold of it, it's not bad, it's not badly priced. And yeah, little trick I found when you're transplanting these Xanthorrhoeas or black boys is you sort of dig up to 12 inches around the base, and then using your crowbar you don't have the point that way, have it that way, so you're not cutting through the roots as much. Dig around it and you just sort of rock it back to side, just breaking that soil apart. Found that's the easiest way. And trimming right back too, like get all the heads right back off them, almost to the point that they're bald, so that way it gives the roots a better chance of taking hold, because the production's going to go in the roots, not trying to make it, you know, leaves and flowers. So another bit of a tip for you if you ever move one of these. I don't know if you actually, I think you got to have a license to be able to sell them on that now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Another little tip too is to get as much of the soil that was around the roots as you can, because apparently there's like some enzyme or a protein that comes from gum trees that this thing utilises for growth, or something. I can't remember exactly, but I just remember you need as much dirt as you can from where you've dug it out to put in where you're planting it, basically. One last thing, just mix up a bit of brown sugar and some water. I found this seems to help sort of kickstart that enzyme production. Enzyme or protein, I don't know what it is, I'd have to look it up. Even sea salt will work well. In fact, you know, you're probably better off like digging your hole first, getting it ready, soak the hole, dig around the base of it on a coolish day, probably better off during winter, and you know, mix in a bit of a solution of sea salt, let it soak in for an hour or two, and then remove it. Or even, you know, let it soak in the day before if you just dig a moat around and make a brew up of sea salt, seaweed stuff. Let it soak in overnight and then pull that out the next day. It'll just help with transplant shock and that, which is what I did at the front with the one out the front, but I've got no sea salt. But I did read somewhere that brown sugar and water will often work, so we'll give that a go. That's all my cherry tomatoes, the garlic that I planted that was sprouting in the fridge. The corn's going really well. Gave it good water 2 days ago. About every third day I've been watering it. You can sort of see it's knee high, most of them. They're all going pretty good. Planted some more zucchini. Seeds is the last lot that have sprouted. They're pretty old. And got pole beans, I think they were. They're going really well as well. Thanks for watching.